Hello survivors and welcome to We Who Survive. My name is James. This is going to be episode 33 of season 2 of The Hunter now. I was up here taking screenshots. That picture should be on the last episode. So it's time to get moving on a building. I think we've moved at least just enough earth to start. We'll figure there's a drifter down there. We got to get this whole base lit up at some point, but that's going to be quite a chore. And my lights keep turning off. I hate that glitch. I don't get it. I can't see anyone else having the same issue. I'm trying to figure out what it is. Oh, Wriggles, we gotta feed the cat. All right, let me go grab some meat real quick and we'll feed the cat to start the episode. And actually, you know what I should do? I should actually go to ModDB. And I should read the pet cat mod and see about updates, because one thing I am sort of worried about, I'd let him outside because the drifters worship him, but I'm not sure if the new creatures do worship him. The Bowtorn and whatever the heck the crawly boys are. Freaking ugly, get off my property, dude. Alright, here we go, kitty. Some food for the kitty. Looks like I have glass ready, so I'm gonna get this out. Yeah, I'll read the cat mod after I get this ready and see if I'm missing any updates or anything. I have a feeling the new creatures aren't just gonna worship my cat like a drifter. Alright, after a little bit of studying, I don't think we are updating the kitty mod. There appears to be some issues, and in 1.20.12, which we are playing, it appears we are lucky to be on an old enough version that our cat doesn't literally just despawn or disappear. I do not want Wrigley to despawn or disappear, so we're not going to worry about the cat mod for now. Maybe I'll test and play and see what happens with the new creatures. Man, we got a lot of area to build now. So, this episode, what are we doing this episode? Besides a little freaking adorable little cute man. We need to gather materials. So, I need to gather materials for, or maybe I think I can probably just make in the field and cobblestone. I've already gathered all the bauxite from my gravel pit nearby my base, so if I do wind up trying to build it here, I have plenty of gravel, so I only need the sand and the stones. But hopefully I can make it in the field like cobblestone, and I don't even need clay nearby, I just need sand and gravel, which shouldn't be too bad. So I already have a bunch of, not a bunch, but I have a good amount of regular cobblestone. I'm interested if I can break it down back to the shale, but I don't think I can. And that's probably good, because honestly I might wind up using this in the design. I think we'll have to peek into creative again so I can, I've had some ideas, so we'll see what happens there. But we will definitely head into creative again. Okay, yeah, I really don't think I can break this back into shale, so I think we're just stuck with the cobblestone. But I don't think that's a problem, because I have a feeling I'm going to wind up incorporating it, which you'll see some of my ideas in creative. So, I'm hearing some nasties outside, but I do still want to get some chores done. Mainly, I want to water the plants so I just don't have to worry about it. It's not been raining a ton. Maybe I watered before I got off last time. I don't know. I'll have to see. Maybe I don't have to water. And then I'm not sure if bees are going to be ready, but let me knock those out. Those are in-fenced chores, so hopefully nothing will attack me. And then we'll probably get some shut-eye so I can wake up to a bright morning. And then we'll actually go pick one of the, what are they called? They're like gravel deserts. I don't even know what the hell they are, but we'll grab one of the shale gravel desert thingies and we'll just go start grabbing a bunch of materials, people. Because the next big project is a big project. It's actually building my forever home of sorts, I guess. Alright, so I don't have to water that, which means the other ones should be good. So I think we could pretty much just sleep and get to it. And that's fine by me, because I'm ready to go gather materials. I don't know if we're going to actually get to build this episode. We'll see. I have a feeling material gathering is going to take quite a few hours. And I only got a few hours, people, so let's see how it goes. Alright, there's all the shale. Ew, look at that nasty. Better not come up here. Stay away from me. Stay away from me. Probably just a little surface guy. So yeah, I think the shale down there is like covered in sand. And then up here, the slate, there's a whole bunch of sand and gravel. And the sand and gravel doesn't matter what type they are. So I'm gonna grab a whole bunch of this slate sand and the slate gravel. And then as we are mining shale rocks, I should be able to make the fanned cobblestone in real time. So instead of making a bunch of trips back, oh crap. Instead of making a bunch of trips back with the little rocks and then making them back and forth, I'll be able to just make the fanned cobblestone. So I can maybe even grab most of what I need in one run, because that is going to be so inventory efficient. 64 per slot. I could probably take, I mean, it's going to come down to how long I feel like sitting here, but I'll probably try to get at least 8 full slots of the fanned cobblestone. That should hopefully be enough to start. We'll see. That's like 256. Oh, that would be like 512 or something. So that's not terrible. I don't think that would actually cover us, but it's not terrible. All right, I'm going to finish grabbing the sand and the gravel. And then I got to go mine up some shale rock. And then after that, we're making fan cobblestone, baby. Let's go. Oh crap, heavy temporal storm imminent. I just started the serious mining, dude. I totally missed that first warning. That's my fault. Especially because look, I was editing the map after. How did I miss that? Alright, well the upside is I came here partially because there's a trader, but if I remember, this is that broke ass trader with no bed. What kind of trader has no bed? So I think I'm gonna go sit in his caravan and probably literally just sit out the entire length of the storm. But I'm not prepared to take on a heavy storm right now, and that's not what I came here for. It's just a giant waste of time and distraction, so let's get it over with. I would expect a giant cut. Hopefully nothing interesting happens. I'm just gonna plop down in his little caravan and call it a day. All right, the sun's not going to be out yet, but the storm is over and we're a lot closer to morning. Stuck on my mattress. Okay, so that wasn't bad. I mean, it was a heavy storm, but I really just chilled with the trader the whole time. I don't think I ate any damage or anything. Although if you look down low at my gear, it looks like I took quite a bit of it's not really called sanity, stability loss. I'm not quite sure. Either way, everything was going happy and merry. I was just mining my shale rocks, and then a heavy storm came out of nowhere. So now that that's over, I'm gonna get back to it. Let's make a few hundred plus shale. Oh, look at that. I'm unearthing a quartz deposit too. I already had it marked, but still, I'm gonna take this gravel. All right, anyway, yeah, let's go get a few hundred fan cobblestone made. And then we can move out of this place, but I gotta do that. So I need gravel, sand, and shale. So let's get into it real quick. I gotta finish this up, and let's get the hell back home, because this is dumb and boring. Just collecting rocks.
Muscle and blood and skin and bones. A mind that's weak and a back that's strong. You load the 16 tons. What do you get? Another day older and deeper in debt. St. Peter, don't you call me, cause I can't go. I owe my soul to the company store. People say a man is made out of mud. A poor man's made out of muscle and blood. Muscle and blood and skin and bones. A mind that's weak and a back that's strong. You load 16 tons. What do you get? Another day older and deeper in debt. St. Peter, don't you call me, cause I can't go. I owe my soul to the company store.
Whoa. Okay. That's too many cave-ins, but whatever. We're almost done here. I have so much fanned cobblestone at this point. Look at this. Here we go. Let's finish her up. I'm not grabbing any more sand or gravel. This is what it is. This is going to get us where it's going to get us. 3, 6, 8, 9. Not quite 10 full stacks. Like 9 point something full stacks. That's a lot of shale fanned cobblestone, or whatever the heck the exact name is. So I am not displeased. Outside of the heavy storm, which I just went and hid from, everything was easy peasy except for the minor cave-ins I had to avoid. And even that was really no big deal in the end. So I would say everything worked out. This was not a bad expedition. It was not terribly difficult. Just had to wait out a storm, sleep through that night to get to morning. Otherwise, everything went really smooth, so that was surprising. Now, that was like 45 minutes of mining. Not sure what that's going to edit down into and what we're going to do exactly next. But we'll see. We shall see. All right, let's move on. We have the fan cobblestone. I definitely need pine trees too, because I want the boards. Although the boards seem to be the last thing to place. Might also go into creative first to experiment. I'm not sure. Let's just get a move on. Hey, I just happened across some clay on my way back home. Normally this isn't a big deal, but I took that level that should give me, yeah, it gives me 1 extra clay per every clay I dig, and it's random. So right now we're getting blue. There's a fire clay. Look at that. Oh man, that's one of the greatest level ups ever. Okay, I have extra inventory slots, so before we head back home, I'm gonna dig out some of this clay. So we're digging fire clay, but we'll get random amounts of blue, or oops, I said that backwards. We're digging red clay, but we'll get random amounts of blue and fire clay because of a X skills level I took, which is for each clay I mine or dig, I get 1 extra clay of any random type, which happens to be blue or fire in this case. So that's awesome. I might never have to make fire clay. Here's hoping that's how this goes down. That would be absolutely fantastic. All right, but yeah, this is gonna be just digging up clay. I'll see you guys back home. I am really starting to realize we are gonna need way more trunks. Because between the building materials and just random needs, and now all this extra clay. Holy cow, I need at least one more trunk, probably two. Looks like I used all my copper nails on the doors. So I'm gonna have to make some copper nails, and we'll have to make at least a trunk for now. And I'll put all the building materials in that probably. Always some unforeseen problem. At least this one's inventory management. That's pretty easy to figure out. Alright, so here's the original design and creative. I don't want to change it up too much, but I think just going with the beams and the fanned cobblestone is a little too plain. Now what I think would look good probably is a layer of cobblestone, then the two fanned cobblestone, then a layer of cobblestone, and then you repeat that pattern and you beam... I guess you would probably beam the same, but then also the cobblestones, like the standard cobblestones right there. So we'll see. Let me put this design together and we'll see how this looks. I think something like this is going to be more what we go with. But just let me double check because I've only seen this in my head so far. I'm not 100% sold on this, and it's just a corner. But I think this is probably closer to our real and basic design principle. Can even do the beams on the bottom if I feel experimental. Not 100% sure, we'll figure that out. But this is the basic design concept. I think I might come back in and we try something more complex. But this is the start. Alright, there's our new trunk. Thank God, we needed that for the building materials. I stopped to make some more iron nails. I did 2 bars, so that's 8 nails. 2 for the chests to make a trunk. So we got 6 left, I do believe. Now, where did I... Oh, there it is. Alright, I'm going to put all the building materials in here now. Just so they're not taking up space in my other actual, like, inventory use. chests and trunks. So I will shoot. I actually have to debark all these logs, but that's okay. We'll do that because the ones I'm going to use in the corners for building need to be debarked, and the ones I'm going to use for the planks or boards or whatever the hell they're called, those need to be debarked. So I got to get all those debarked. Otherwise, this is a trunk full of building materials for our new home and our new building. So look at that, people. We're doing pretty dang good. We should be about ready to start construction here pretty soon at this point. Like, holy crap, we got a lot of stuff. Oh, you know what though? Yeah, I got the cobblestone too, and now that that's in the design, I'm probably gonna have to make more, but that's not too big of a deal. We can go back down south by the windmill, grab the shell, grab the clay, and we can just make it as we go, so that's no problem. Let's see here. Got just enough shale. I can make a little more cobblestone, so I'll do that. Have plenty of excess clay now. Alright, and that's really all of our shale cobblestone. Not too bad. Alright, I don't know what's next. Maybe I should debark the logs because I have to do that. I'm almost out of big things to do, but I'm not 100% sure we're going to start construction this episode. We'll see. I'm already like 2.5 hours in. It's getting to be late, people. Bro, this blows my mind. I'm just digging out my ground here because I'm making a path. I'm like connecting the front to the side because we're gonna make a giant building on the side. And I ran into this meteoric iron deposit. I had this marked in a cave. Like, I had the cave marked, but I never even realized in all this time that this was swevite stone against the bauxite. I just never stopped to check or think. I mean, it's probably not going to be a huge deposit, but look, right under my base, bro, free meteoric iron. So, you know I'm going to take this, and then I'm going to get I'm going to get back to pathing out our path. I'm trying to path, like, to our new building, so I sort of know where my construction lines are, if that makes sense. But yeah, I ran across some freaking free meteoric iron. What a trip. Alright, I'm gonna make sure that's it, and then I'm getting back to the path. I don't think I like this, actually. I was gonna go one away from the fence on the path because that gives me more construction space, but if I want to put flowers or berries along the fence or something, I would like one extra square of grass to separate, because that's the whole point of building out now. I don't want everything to feel so claustrophobic. We have plenty of property. I should be able to get plenty of building materials. There is no reason for everything to be so tight and close together and everything's one block apart. So I'll do this at least 2 blocks apart. I can't guarantee I won't remake it 3 blocks apart, but at least at this point I could put something on the fence and have like a little buffer block between the path and whatever is on the fence. So yeah, I've nearly got this done. If you didn't tell, I went 3 wide in the front because, like I said, I want to widen the paths as we go out. So, but I'm connecting ultimately back to a double path. So here I'm going double. We have to connect back to here somewhere. And then wherever this path winds up, I have to build around it. And that's our real construction area, more or less. So we'll see. I think I'll go out one more. I want 2 grass in between, at least. Yep, that'll do 2 grass, and then the 2 will meet up here. This combines our paths, people. Let's finish it off real quick. No. All right, besides that, not bad at all. All right, cool. So now our path is like 360 connected around the base. Look at this. This is pretty sick. Jumps out to 3 up front here. So functionally, this is our construction area. Oh, wow. I can't see shit. I know you can't see shit. All right. That just sort of is what it is, I guess. But it's a big enough area. You should generally get the idea, even though, oh my god, I can't see anything. It is so foggy up here. But that's our initial building area to start with. I want to start building this episode, honestly. I've got the materials. I'm not 100% sure if I'm sold on my own design yet. And I haven't quite planned it out, so I'm not sure. Give me a minute. Alright, we should definitely have enough glass for the new building, I hope. I just did, I think that was my 2nd or 3rd burn in a row of quartz. And now we're going to do another. I'm just trying to go through all my quartz at this point. We're going to need as much of it turned into glass as we can for the new construction. There's going to be a lot of windows. Look at that, we're almost out of quartz, so good. And then I can still saw them in half and get double the glass panels, so everything's looking up. I think we have all the materials we need, except for maybe we need more cobblestone to start. But that's not a huge deal. Cobblestone's pretty easy to grab. I just don't know that I'm grabbing it tonight. Alright, people. We have all of our cobblestones except for, I mean, I don't have enough regular cobblestone, but I have enough to lay the foundation and figure out my lines. I debarked all the pine logs. For all intents and purposes, we're ready to start construction. Not real construction, but I can start laying out my single block foundation to have an idea of what I want to build. Alright, the only trouble is having so much freedom. I don't know, dude. I have a basic idea design. I think I need to go back into creative and figure out something a little more concrete. Alright, let's go do that. Okay, I like the general idea I'm forming. I'm just not quite sure where to take it. I experimented a little bit. I think I like the single door more than I do the double door. You just get a nicer looking building. It's a little more symmetrical. I have a feeling the double windows are gonna look freaking dope, dude. Come on, come on, come on. Stop it. Don't do that. All right, there we go. Yeah, that just looks so clean. That looks dope. I'm not actually... Yeah, see, I don't like the one door smushed in between the windows. I'm not a huge fan of it. But I think... I don't like that one fan cobblestone. Alright, this looks better from the inside. That looks better from the outside. I do like the glass corners for sure. I think we're going to do the glass corners there. Dang it, I'm not sure. I'm really not sure, but we're building something big and beautiful. I think I would just want to maybe get an idea of the transition point now, because I want it to be bigger and grander somehow, but it has to evolve into it. Alright, I'm honestly not sure which side of the design I like more. Can't quite make up my mind how I want to go about it. I do think I like the huge overarching transition. I'll have to figure out what to do with the roof in between to make it look decent, but like a steepled roof leading into almost like a larger castle style entrance to a bigger area. I don't know. I think this might be the general design to start with. See how this goes. I want to keep everything within 14 by 14 so everything stays a room. But I think I'm sort of a fan of this basic outline here. I just have to figure out which side door I like better. But I just want something big and sort of castle-esque and something that's going to stand out in the landscape as opposed to our little log cabin. So I'm going to get some screenshots of this for reference because this is probably about how we're going to be building. Oh, I like the glass corners too, so we'll probably do that. I'm not 100% sure. I still have to figure it out, but I'm too tired to figure it out now. So let's do that next week. I'm going to give my brain a break. And that's about it, people. So thank you for watching. I hope you've enjoyed, and I will see you in the next one where we really start our big frickin' build. So let's do it.